Hello everybody, welcome back to Fresh Baked. I'm your host David, and I am here on a Sunday morning at the Esplanade in front of Disneyland, here to do another update on what's going on, if anything, at the Disneyland Resort. It has been, what, 2 weeks since our last update from the Esplanade, and a few things have happened. Some interesting stuff is going on. We're going to update you on some news regarding parking at Downtown Disney. We're going to show you what's new in Downtown Disney, including the King Chad mural, and maybe do a little shopping at the Galaxy's Edge outpost in Downtown Disney. Plus some news about more pressure being put on the state of California by the city of Anaheim. But first, we're going to start right here at the Disneyland entrance, where we heard that there was some filming happening. Actually, we saw the video. There was some filming going on. We don't know what for, possibly a commercial or some sort of welcome back announcement. We saw the video like last Thursday, and we're going to go check out that entrance right there. And then maybe we'll find out also, we'll look also for some more signs of Disneyland getting ready to be open. Let's go. Well, right here is where we saw them filming from the clip. The clip was provided by Theme Park Tagalong on Instagram. Thank you very much for letting us use it here. But it looked like a very basic shoot, like pickup shots only, with a Steadicam or something to that effect. I mean, like a lightweight Steadicam. So there's probably just a very small portion of whatever it is that they're filming. But it does, again, point towards their readiness, or even more like they're getting ready. Disneyland, by all their actions, appear to think that they're going to be opening soon, and they're preparing for that. And then to the far right of the entrance gates, we see some social distancing markers, the 6 feet markers at the entrance. This is an entrance that is very rarely used in the mornings. It's actually mostly an exit, you know, for guests leaving through this tunnel. So my assumption is that these were put here for part of that video that they're working on, the commercial or whatever announcement, to demonstrate, you know, how they're going to set up social distancing markers. I say that, of course, because there are none over here on any other, in front of any other gate, just here at what are normally exit gates. All right, gonna switch to Grandpa to see if we can't see anything down the chute, though I don't expect to, because they're not working on anything as far as I can tell. I do still see the same, what do you call it? Indicators of, you know, entrance and exit to the shops. But nothing much else. No vans. Kind of a disappointment. No vans. All right, let's go down the other side and see what we can see. And all I see is the magic and wonder of Main Street Disneyland. I don't really see anything magical with regard to opening. It looks about the same. I am, though, gonna have to do a little research on the top of the Emporium there. They finished their paint job. It does look nice and well painted. I don't know if that's the same color as it was before. I think it must be. I don't know why they would change the color out of nowhere. Last time we saw a bunch of stuff looked like there was maintenance going on, but all of it has been gone. The park is in its natural state, it looks like, other than being shuttered. And I'm gonna try to see if I can't see through those Emporium windows. But again, I don't expect to see much, if anything. Actually, those are just gonna be the dioramas anyway, so they won't show product in those windows. But what this tells me is that they're just pretty much on standby now. This is it. This is default, ready to go Main Street. And before we leave this scene, look at that. We've got social distancing markers out here on the left side also, the far left side. These two are typically exits. And now I'm kind of getting a little more curious as to why they're doing only the exits. That's gotta mean something, but not the general normal entrances. These markers also are going all the way out into the main Esplanade here, a little further out than they were on the other side. Well, over at DCA, no social distancing markers anywhere along the entrances, even at the normal exit location. Well, unfortunately, the cast member mats, the standing mats, are right where we left them. I don't see any at the stations either. Switching back to Grandpa to see if I can zoom in on those windows again to see if there's any change. Now there has been a change at this Five and Dime since the last time we were here, and that's the enter signs and exit signs, which if nothing else, is an indicator that they are in fact planning to open DCA at the same time as Disneyland when that does happen. Let's see though, let's look inside that window. Nope. No change as of yet. I wasn't expecting anything. The callbacks that we talked about were supposed to start today, I think. So I wasn't expecting anything to happen in those windows today. Gonna try real quick to see if I can see in that second window, the right-hand window, which I couldn't see from that other angle. But again, that looks no change in that window. But other than, as I mentioned, the hand sanitizing station and the enter/exit signs indicating DCA is on the agenda for reopening. And unfortunately, that's it, guys. There's not a lot to report on with respect to signs from either Disneyland or DCA's entrance. Now, that could be more a factor that, like I said, that they're pretty much ready, that they've done everything they're going to do, and now they're just kind of on standby, waiting for the state to give them the thumbs up. Speaking of which, I referenced earlier about a commercial that was aired by the Anaheim Chamber of Commerce, similar to the same messaging being given by Disneyland and the city of Anaheim that we saw earlier last week.
It's time to responsibly reopen and get us back to work. And no one can do it better than Disneyland Resort. Anaheim is proud of the work we do and ready to roll up our sleeves and get back to it.
So it does seem like there's kind of a united front between all, factors, the businesses, the city itself, Disneyland. Now, whether or not it'll amount to anything still remains to be seen, because we've seen this pressure applied to the state already to no effect, literally no effect whatsoever. So we'll move past that. Let's talk about what else is going on here at Downtown Disney, and we're going to start that off with parking, Simba parking. Right now, parking at Downtown Disney at the Simba parking lot is free, and it has been that way since they opened up, which makes sense. They don't want to be charging people for parking when there's not really that much to do. However, with the recent surge in attendance at Downtown Disney, I think that Disney's realizing that they have to find some other way of limiting capacity, much like people think or believe that Disney raises ticket prices to reduce capacity, which in some extent that does do that. They may be employing a similar strategy. They're going to start charging to park at Simba parking lot, which they used to do originally. Same thing for Downtown Disney parking at the old parking lot where the cast members park today. Look for that change to happen soon, though I don't know when for sure. But the expectation, though, is that you would still be able to get validated if you go to Downtown Disney, I think, and visit one of the stores. And maybe, I don't know if you have to spend $20 or something like that in order to get validated. But there is still a chance to do that, at least for the first couple hours of your parking visit. On that note, however, I don't consider this to be a signal of anything with regard to the parks reopening. It is just, I think, a measure to address the demand for Downtown Disney. And that's it for the general news around Downtown Disney. I want to head back in to Downtown Disney to sort of take a peek at these crowds. It is about 12:30 on a Sunday afternoon. So this is about what you'd normally expect. It's not any less or more busy than usual, it would appear. The waits are about an hour to get in to World of Disney. Here's something interesting. One of the places that we're planning to stop in just a few minutes is the Galaxy's Edge outpost that took over the old Wonderground Gallery. We're going to be visiting that shortly. You've probably already seen video of that. But they've got a queue set up. It's very popular. Let me just say, it's very popular, more popular than the Wonderground Gallery was with regard to guests getting in there. You now have to queue up. Not just you have to get into the waiting list like you do at World of Disney, but you also have to get into a pre-queue to get into the waiting list, which we've only seen done at World of Disney, not any of the other locations such as Home Store or Marceline's. So it's a popular joint right now. We'll be stopping in there soon. But before we do that, have you seen this? This is the Chadwick Boseman tribute mural. It's at the ESPN zone. The mural is done by the artist Nicholas Smith, and it's a really cool tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman, who, I mean, I don't know if that triggered you at all, but it did me a little bit, because he just seemed like he was just getting started. He was so amazing. I always thought he was so fit and healthy looking for his age, because he's older than he looks. And that's what surprised me the most about his passing, was that, you know, it was the opposite. He was not as healthy as he looked. We're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss the King of Wakanda and the Black Panther, and so much more, actually, so much more. There's your queue for Marceline's. Pretty long, about normal, really, actually. I've still only been in there once since the place opened, but that's because I'm waiting for them to get their Halloween treats in. But they've got some Halloween decorations in there, but we're still waiting for the actual treats. And that right there, I think that's new. I don't believe that you could mobile order before. Looks like you can mobile order now for Jamba Juice, Salt and Straw, Sprinkles, and the Jazz Kitchen. They're doing this more and more, and I think they're going to see this happening not just at Disneyland, Downtown Disney, or other theme parks, but really all over the world. Mobile order is going to become the preferred way to feed yourselves in the very near future. All right, guys, last stop of the day is a Star Wars trading post. I'm really curious to see how this looks and feels inside. So here's the Wonderground Gallery converted totally to a Galaxy's Edge outpost, which is basically, you know, all the Galaxy's Edge merch you can find inside the marketplace at Galaxy's Edge. I'm not really here to look for anything new, because I'm not expecting anything new. I just miss Galaxy's Edge, and I would very much like to connect with it in some way. So let's take a look around and see what we can find. Yeah, Tauntaun. I have one of these at home. He talks a lot. If you move him around, he does a lot of talking. Let's see. This guy does not appear to be activated. Very chatty. Got a porg. Tastes like chicken. Best with like a regular barbecue sauce, but you might want to try like maybe a Thai spice. That's what you kind of find this at the Toydarian gift shop. Ooh, look, a Lothcat. These were hard to find originally. They sold out quickly. And this is the first we've actually seen of the child. I don't think we saw any child merchandise, so this would be new, kinda. Because they didn't have any child merchandise in Galaxy's Edge before things got shut down. Here's an Ewok from the Toydarians, and a Bantha, which are going to feature, you guys, those are going to be in Mandalorian second season. If you're into the holo chess table, they're here. These were sold out for a long time as well at Galaxy's Edge, at the Toydarian gift shop. I very much wanted to get one of these myself. $49.99, that seems like a fair price for something, you know, that's as much collectible as it is, you know, an actual game. Here's some of the little figurines. I have no idea how to play though. I think Ian said he knew how to play, or he had learned how. Oh look at this, you can flip it over. I remember that, you can flip it over and just play regular chess or checkers. More Toydarian plushes. Why am I fascinated with Stormtroopers so much? That's my favorite thing to collect or to admire in terms of collectibles, or Stormtroopers. You got a Rey down there, a Yoda, not a baby Yoda, but a regular Yoda. But that is a baby Darth. If you're a fan of Rey, they've got a whole setup here of stuff for her vest, her top, even her stick or whatever, her weapon. It comes in two pieces, then you have to sort of put it together. And these must be her arm wraps. Yeah, indeed. Arm wraps. These are one of the cooler things that I've enjoyed finding since Galaxy's Edge opened, and these are the holocrons, the Sith holocron and the Jedi holocron. I have a Jedi. If you get a Kyber crystal, you can put that inside the holocron, and the messages that you get will vary depending on the Kyber crystal that you get in there, or you put in there. Now, this is something new for me anyway. I haven't seen this before, but you can get a sort of a, I don't know, a special edition Kyber crystal. It's not just the, you know, the utilitarian versions like these were very basic. These have a more, I don't know, ornate finish to them. Plus they come in these cool containers. You can get red and green, and they're $85, which is a lot considering this kyber crystal, these are $14.99. And I would imagine that these should work the same as the others in terms of putting them into the holocrons. And then this is new for me too, a Sith obelisk. Ah man, it looks really cool, but I'm not Sith, man, I'm Jedi all the way. And that obelisk is $49.99. Here's a display of the various types of lightsabers you can get. You can actually build one right over there. So I was incorrect. You can only purchase the hilts, the legacy lightsaber hilts. You can't actually build one or even buy a complete lightsaber. Now, it's not comprehensive of what you can find in the marketplace, but they pretty much have all the greatest hits. They've even got a little mini droid depot over here where you can purchase an R2-D2 or C-3PO. There's a BB-8 and a Rex. Although it doesn't look like you can build anything here, you just buy them whole. And then one of my favorite things, propaganda art. As much as I'm not, you know, First Order or Empire, I do love propaganda art and I do love stormtroopers, so it speaks to me. So maybe I could fly that flag, I don't know. Look at that. That's your Sith notebook for $29.99. You can keep your Sith notes in there. Oh, is that an alphabet? It's like a 1-for-1 type deal? A Sith alphabet? I don't know, maybe instead I want to fly that resistance flag while playing a game of Savik. I'm pretty good at Savik. I'm just kidding, I've never played. I've always had my eye on a pair of these Han Solo dice for my rear view mirror. But I'm not sure if I could pull it off. I'm not cool enough for that. And one of my new favorite things is patches for my backpack. I had to get a new backpack, so I lost my Mickey Mouse Club patch. I have to replace it now, but they're all small. I'm looking for a big one. But what do you think? Should I get one of these? I mean, I do kind of like the Millennium Falcon one. That's pretty cool. Well, all in all, I feel like that's a pretty good shop for Galaxy's Edge stuff. It's not, like I said, comprehensive. It's got everything you need, though. Could have been themed a little bit better. They probably were doing this on a rush. I hate that they do that, actually. I don't like things done on a rush, but what are you going to do? It's downtown Disney. It's not Disneyland. But that's going to do it for our show today, guys. Thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video if you did, hopefully. Follow us on Instagram at _FreshBake and on Twitter at FreshBakeDisney, that's Fresh with no E. And if you enjoy the show and you want to support Fresh Bake, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBake. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Fresh Bake.